Hello. Time has come. We're doing our thing. We're doing the research thing in Pokopia. I have been playing a fair bit of this game, but I have not beat it yet. So let's keep chat spoiler free. I assume there's a couple spoilers. This game is not plot heavy, but there's plot. I have the first 4 areas unlocked, and I might be going between them throughout this stream. So if you don't want to see that, just be aware that it could be coming. Yeah, so basically, hey Callan, welcome. If you've seen any of my other streams, I tend to just kind of line up Pokemon for like size reference and see how well they kind of stack up to what the Pokedex says. And I want to give it a whirl, see how, keep it reset. So I think in terms of the tools we have available in Pokopia, this could be promising. Because I can do this to fix my camera. I know it's always at the same angle, and I love that. The Pokemon seem to stand quite still for you, so you can just kind of push them into place, and then when you make them look at the camera, they face straight head on. It's got the makings of some good stuff here. So the only thing that's tricky is that you can see here, Squirtle does seem to be a bit there we go, that's a bit better. It's hard to be able to tell for sure if they're lined up side by side like that, their depth, but it still seems pretty good. So yeah, makes it nice and easy, and I'm excited. A lot of Pokemon to play with, so I just grabbed Squirtle and Ivysaur because they were near me when I loaded into the game. And you probably saw them on the thumbnail. So Squirtle is 50 centimeters, Ivysaur is a full meter. These Pokemon are not that. Ivysaur is not double Squirtle. But again, you know what? If you've seen other streams I've done, that's kind of to be expected. So what I think is happening, just from playing casually and observing, is that similar to our other games, same as Scarlet and Violet, same as Legends Arceus, the Pokemon, I think, are reasonably well scaled within their size tier. I need a word for this, because I always struggle for the word, category, size group maybe? Which is to say that Squirtle will probably be very much the same size as every other 50 centimeter Pokemon, and Ivysaur is probably the same as every other meter Pokemon. I don't know if that's true, you know what? We'll have to see. It might be that the balance point, because again, all the games seem to have this type of system, but they often will have maybe a different point where Pokemon, it's non-linear scaling, so where that kind of curve happens, in terms of when Pokemon are scaled down more, I don't know. We'll just have to go find some other 3'3" Pokemon to line Ivysaur up with. But that's a lot of what I want to do today, is that finding Pokemon of the same height and lining them up. And we can get, I think, up to 5 in the same photo, which is cool. I like that. So I just need to remember whose is what's. Will it let me sort my Pokedex by size? Heck yes! Okay. So... that does not look shortest to tallest to me. Okay, maybe. Okay, well, let's... And then we can also filter by... here. Pokemon that are here. Okay, so these are the Pokemon. Now, as usual, there's going to be some, like, Drifloon is 40, sorry. Combi will fly. Gumi's 30, Gulpin's 40. Cool. See, but here's the thing, Callan, is like, if I get them in a lineup like that, I can digitally add the lines. I can edit those into a photo. Okay, so we're gonna start with our 30 boys. We need Gumi. Oh, we need. Also, for anybody who might be here just for a love of Pokopia, I am not a city designer. I am having a lot of fun. I am fixing up areas. I am building habitats. I am not building a town. Not yet, at least. So if you're expecting like a showcase of a pretty area, that's not what I do here. But welcome to my world. It's got some stuff in it, you know. Okay, so the Shelloses, the Litwick, did you just say not right now? Okay. Pokemon have told me not now. I didn't care for it. We need maybe Gumi. We need Pidgey. Okay, they're still coming. Gumi's not home right now. Yo, hey. And, okay, Gumi, Litwick, Drillbur. I can go grab Drillbur. And Combi would be the other one, but it won't line up nice. What is it, friend? Oh, that's cute. I feel like maybe that might have slightly more cultural significance in Japan or something, because I will say I found it just strange as a Westerner playing the game being like, I have a name. Why does no one use it? But then you have to be like best friends before they use it. Okay, so we're only missing Gumi from the crew. And I would like it, but I don't need it. So I'll just do a quick kind of once around again to some of the common areas that Pokemon gather. Maybe he's out with Magikarp. And oh no, Slowpoke's here. But we'll just check back here by the water and then I'll line them up. No, but you do have my other Shellos, so that'll do. Alright. Let's go, team. I feel like we're missing some folk. Litwick never wanted to be part of this party. There we are. Okay, so, and the other thing, because it's blocks, everything is so level. I spend so much time looking for flat places to try and pose my pictures in Scarlet Violet, and it's just flat here. Okay. Oh, I already forgot what I was doing. Okay, push, push, push. everybody in. I would love one of those. I don't think this will make them look, but it won't make them move. I think they are truly rooted once you pull out the camera. I don't think they can move maybe anymore. Oh, this is gonna take some shoving. So like it's not gonna be easy per se to line up pictures of 5s, but it's definitely gonna be doable. I lost the other shelves. It is gone. Where'd you go, Shellos? Oh, because there's no stairs there. Alright, well, shame's a shame. Now this is curious. This is out of line with what I had previously believed. That Litwick, maybe the flame counts to its height. Okay, so yeah, I would say overall, smush them in. They're looking pretty well sized up. I can't say it looks like perfect to me, but I think that's mostly idle animation kind of thing. So, would you look at that? We've got top of Pidgey's head, top of Drolber's head, top of Shellos' ears, question mark. Which checks out. I'm happy with that. And then top of Litwick's flame. Now, unfortunately, I actually picked a bad... Oh, wait, no. Slowbro, come back. So unfortunately, I actually kind of picked a bad spot because of the color blend. Is it the tip of the flame, or is it like the tip of the inner flame? Because I feel like the very tip of the flame is above everybody else's head, maybe. But the inner one might be a little low. Maybe I am going to go home and draw the lines. I'm going to save this image. Going to draw lines on it. And yeah, there's still a small margin of error in terms of how they're just lined up at all, but that's really cool. I think it might be the inner flame, which is kind of even more fascinating to me. Neat. Well, now we have to go look at Litwick in other games soon enough. Could do that one in Legend Za even. That'd be cool. Okay, so good work. 30 centimeter team. You are all free. We'll chase down Ho-Oh and then we'll gather the 40 centimeter Pokemon. Now there's a few other things that I do want to find in this episode of Size Research. That's just like a few other things that interest me in this game. So for example, berries. We have a berry dex. And as much as the Pokemon seem reasonably scaled, the berries do not. Oh yeah, this is me. Presumably as the actual 30 centimeters of a Ditto. It would take a bit of effort to line me up. You know what? If I bring just one other Pokemon, it doesn't have to be the whole lineup, but I'll bring just Pidgey or something, and put myself beside him just to check how Ditto looks scaled up. I haven't rebuilt up here yet. I might. Oh yeah, I can fly. You've got a nice flat head. I choose you. Come closer, Drillbur. Seems pretty good, eh? I'm happy with that. Oh, zoom out, please, dude. Yeah! I line up with the other 30 centimeters is... Cool. Okay. So then, now we're looking for... Gulpin. Oh. Gulpin and Drifloon will be tricky to line up. I could do the whole thing with the measuring tape on the screen, but I don't think I want to. Let's see what else we've got. Timber and Charmander. Let's do it. And there's a ton of Pokemon. They're all in different areas, and I can travel between areas a bit for some of this, if I need to. But at this point, so like going forward in my research, if there's specific Pokemon I really want to do some good research on, I could see this being a helpful tool, and I could see really like traveling around with certain Pokemon to measure them up against others. As it stands now, I'm just trying to do kind of a general, how is this game at research? And to that end, I just need to get a baseline of a few different like size situations. Wander onto a rock. Okay, he lives on rocks. Yeah, a few of those size categories, get some lineups, just get some baseline, form my opinion on how this is as a size game. That's all. That's all we need today. I'm gonna steal some of your flowers, bud. Oh! I didn't mean to. Okay, maybe I meant to. Alright, that's fine then. We'll leave that as is. And go find Charmander! Oh, and I should check what my daily tasks are. So here's the thing. Got a lot to do today. This is an important part of what I'm doing today. Cool. Oh, nice! But I also have to do like a lot of editing, and I can't just play all day long, but I'm gonna want to. Once I've gotten started, because there's tons left to do in this game. There's so much left to do. And there is a particular area. I don't think people are too concerned about like, there's not that much spoilers. There's a place in this game, we've all seen a lot of what happens. Whoa, Pokeball wall, yeah. Where like the evolutions live on a particular island. And those who've been around know that they are my white whale. I care deeply about the size of the evolutions. Make food and paint something. Yeah, okay. So I'm excited to go and develop that island a bit more so that I can actually attract the Eevees and see how they look in this game. That's going to be a big, big deal to me. Oh, Charmander has a house. Maybe he's inside his house. The house is here for when it rains. That was the whole point. Am I not allowed to bring timber inside your house? Am I gonna make you go out in the rain? Sorry, bud. You'll be okay. Promise. We'll go where it's covered. How about that? We'll go into the cave for you. Awesome. I just forgot how to take pictures. Don't worry about me. Too far. Oh no! Okay. Don't go ditto mode. Don't do it. Okay. It's checking out, right? Everyone agrees? And then look over here. It is, oh my goodness, I'm having a harder time than I thought lining these two up. There, that's... It's not about Magikarp. Alright, don't make it easy on me or anything. Okay. Think Charmander was slightly taller, huh? I think it kind of looked like that too. But it shouldn't. Shouldn't be. From front on, it's very close. And I think it's because we're counting Timber's hair, question mark, if we call it hair. So he definitely looks shorter, but I feel like that's fine. They're pretty well scaled. Snap that picture and say, cool. Again, that idle motion. Hi, Slowbro. Maybe they're measuring the log. Oh my god. I have no ideas, no good ideas on how to get that measurement, but I think that's the environment level increased. Oh, because it's raining. Oh yeah, okay. Sure. I mean, there's some angles, you know, that looks pretty lined up there, now that they're at a weird angle. I wonder, I bet, okay, if I snap this shot, I can measure his timber and height. Cool. Okay, so then next up, that was our 60 centimeter friends. We can do Bulbasaur, Bellsprout, and Hoot Hoot, because they're interesting ones. I suspect, right off the bat, I'm going to tell you, I think Bulbasaur is going to be very small. I do. Because he certainly looks smaller than Squirtle and Charmander. I have screenshots of that from the first time I played the game. So I knew they would do that. They're always doing that. Okay, so Bellsprout should be around here. Ooh, oh, I do like that friend. I don't think I've installed any electricity in this area yet. Oh, as much as I want to do that, we're on a mission. Today there's a purpose. You want a new home or something, don't you? Oh, okay. Never mind. How are you gonna do what, bro? I just asked you. I just asked you what was up. Alright. Oh wait, no, sorry. Bellsprout lives over here. Hoot Hoot lives up. Bulbasaur, though. I think this might be what, was it flying Pokemon are for? I kind of wish that they would just show up on your map. That would be so convenient. But I understand, I guess, why they don't. Animal Crossing didn't put them on your map either. But it would be so nice. I don't want to bother asking someone to fly me to a Pokemon a bunch of times in a row. Hoot Hoot's not home. Nobody's home. Is it because of the rain? Litwick seems unfazed by the rain. Don't follow me. Oh wait, no, I can swim now. Baller. I drowned in this particular cove many times. Okay, so if you were any of the grass types I wanted, where would you go? This is Bellsprout's home. Fine, you can have my steak. Not like we needed to become better friends or anything. I might just need to skip ahead to a different size group and come back to this one. I was really looking forward to my 2'4" tier, so I think they're one of the most interesting ones. But I can't find any of those three. And I'm thinking maybe if the rain stops, they'd come back. Is that Charmeleon being warm and toasty? Yeah, it is. Hey, thanks for subbing! Welcome, Astrid. Okay, so who have we got? We'll go 2'7" next. So that's Sligoo. Only one. Ivysaur, Chameleon, 3'7", 3'11". We've got a couple different 3'11s. Actually, I feel like there's a lot of 3'11 Pokemon in this game. Alright, maybe I'll do... Ooh, okay. Tangrowth and Venusaur. Okay, there's a couple interesting ones left here. Blastoise and Slowbro would be a good one, because I've done that in Scarlet Violet a bunch of times. That's one of those ones that I check. Because 5'3" is close enough to a trainer's height. I pull them out to check that. So why don't we do Slowbro and Blastoise? And then maybe I'll do all the 4'11s. Also, Venusaur and Tangrowth, they're both hanging out here all the time, right? You still here, Venusaur? Didn't I just see you? Yeah, okay. So Venusaur, I haven't put a lot of thought into. I do love the way it runs in the new Pokemon games. I always figured probably top of flower. Wow. You won't follow me? You only follow for plot reasons? Is that what you're trying to say? Rude. Ah, because he won't stand still if he's not following me. And I gotta say, they're not looking quite the same to me. You know what? Okay. So if we... Don't be that guy. If we count to the very tip of Venusaur's flower, and we don't count the Twirly-Loo with the TM on top, then I think we might have a deal. I wish he wouldn't run away from me. No one's actually standing still this time. Venusaur's running too, which is odd. That being said, do we look same height as a Blastoise? I don't understand why no one's staying still this time. I wonder if you need to have two in your party or something? Let's find out. Okay, so I can I can double check my math on this one, but I believe what we're looking at here is 5'3" and 6'7", respectively. Yeah. What do we think? Does Venusaur look 1.5 feet taller than Blastoise? So the drop-off is probably around that 5-foot-ish mark that they just don't get much taller than this. Like, yeah, even Onyx is not much taller than this. And I knew that Onyx would be scaled down. Obviously, it would have to be, but... Honestly, we don't always get along, Professor Tangrowth and I, and this is not helping me like him better. Alright, fine. Well, let's bring Blastoise over to Slowbro then. That's the next one. Bryce, I do think you look slightly shorter. Which is mostly a bummer. It's really close, and like a lot of them seem like they're gonna be pretty close. Because even this, are the 5'3" Pokemon taller than the 4'11" Pokemon? That's a really close one to even judge, but it looks like maybe no. Okay. Just a little bit of shoving. There we go. That was a lot of bit of shoving, actually. And with the camera. Well, I don't love that one. I have no good explanation for this one. That's just a shame. That being said, I think Blastoise is quite a bit taller. Like, when you get them nice and up and close to the camera, like Slowbro is well below his hydro pumps, and I think his top of his head is actually above that even. My only theory on this one is that it'll depend. So I think what I need is, Charmander seemed a little bit tall, right? Charmander seemed just a little bit taller than Timber. We didn't have any other 50 centimeter Pokemon to compare Squirtle to, but I might take Squirtle to a different region where I can, because that feels relevant. And then I want to find Bulbasaur, because I know that the scaling of those three is wonky. So maybe that extrapolates out to their evolutions as well. I wanted to take that picture and I ruined it. Oh well, it's fine. Okay, so let's see. If I unfilter for all locations, who else is Squirtle's height? Oddish, Voltorb, both options. Where does Oddish live? You're not gonna tell me? I don't remember which area this was. Probably the coast? I think that you're 1'4", yeah. And then Voltorb was definitely in the Skylands. Spark's another tricky one to line up because it's his body like length, not height. But he is in that area, that same area. Oh, that's Phil back there. Yes, I did. Thank you. My pride and joy, that's Phil. Fine, okay, I guess we'll take Squirtle. I guess we'll take Squirtle to go meet Oddish. And maybe by the time we get back, Bulbasaur will be around. Hey, thanks for subscribing, Blades. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, okay. I actually need to find... Oh, yes, you two may leave. And I will go look for Squirtle. Oh, they're everywhere when you don't need them, and they're never there when you need them. I think, actually, well, these two are talking anyways. No. She does fly, but we should be able to get something that works. I don't think she ever lands, does she? Turn around for me. And grab that screenshot, and then that'll be easy enough to slide her down. In the meantime, that was not a good measuring implement. Are they this height? Just trying to find something on my desk that's about the right size. I think Vespiquen is significantly bigger. Just from holding something up to my screen just now. I'll have to use like an actual measurement at some point. But it looks like this one's another little ways off. Unless I'm using the wrong person. Nope, Vespiquen and Girder. Alright, well, such is the 3'11" way. Yep, that's another shame. So, I mean, I kind of came in with a preconceived notion that I was hoping to confirm. Maybe this game is less scaled than I thought it was going to be. But I was also coming in with the notion that, like, it's not a game that sets out to be hyper accurate, hyper realistic. That's not the point of this game. So I'm not shocked. I just thought casually it seemed pretty good. So basically I just have to make up my mind if it's a game that I'm ever personally going to want to use, if it feels credible enough to me that it could be useful in my research or not. And there might be a pattern. It might be that, like I was saying, that 5-foot mark might be where things start to go a little haywire. Maybe for the smaller Pokemon it will hold pretty strong. But we gotta keep going. Gotta do a little more work to draw that conclusion one way or another. If I could find my Squirtle. Maybe I'm just gonna have to go. Yeah, they're kind of vibes based. And that's the thing, is that I think they actually are fairly well scaled in terms of vibes. I think the vibe of, like, generally speaking, this Pokemon is bigger than that Pokemon. It's there, you know? They are scaled. There is a degree of that. But when it comes to the level of specification that I need to see, because when you think about what a small proportion of a Pokemon's total height their ears or their antenna are, then for the comparison to be precise enough for me to discern whether or not that counts towards their height, like, you can't have this much gray area and still get a meaningful answer to those types of questions. But it does open up. I always end up philosophical. I get so... Oh, this isn't even where I meant to go. Ha! Oops. Well, we can see who's here. It fascinates me whenever I get onto this train of thought. Oh, Arcanine showed up. Hey, friend. Because... Why? It's always what it comes back to. Because it's not that serious, and I'm okay with a vibes-based Pokemon game, ultimately. But these are still choices that were deliberately made, right? Like, these Pokemon had to be deliberately scaled by someone. And why were they vibed this way? Yeah, but, like, what do you want? A bed. You want a bed. Yeah, because it kind of comes back to, like, okay, so if they're scaling Pokemon somehow, but not exactly to the Pokedex, then what are they scaling them based on? And if that answer is, like, just vibes, like, the vibes the community holds, the way that Pokemon are generally perceived, and that's not in line with what the Pokedex says, so they would rather align with public perception than Pokedex. That's also valid, but why? Why does our community perception vary that much from what is stated in the games? And why don't they, I mean, enforce is a strict way to put it, but you know what I mean? Like, why don't they reinforce what it should look like? Because then it could adjust where our vibes sit, but they don't. They reinforce the misinformed vibes. I don't know. I'm getting a little... I feel like I'm not making all of the sense, but it just fascinates me. Oh yeah, I wanted to look at this. This is a wall hanging, a decorative wall hanging. Wall of berries. And it's not awful. Not if it's awful. Okay, it's not awful. I have some life-size berries that I've crocheted somewhere. Hang on. They might be right here.